Chapter 3. The Birth of Mary. 2 months later, the village of Nazareth lay bathed in the soft glow of a full moon, its light casting long shadows across the landscape. The night was still, the air crisp with the promise of dawn. On a hillside overlooking the village, Joachim knelt in prayer, his silhouette stark against the moonlit sky. His hands clasped, his head bowed, as he quietly expressed his gratitude and requests. The moon's gentle beam filtered into a room of his small stone house where Anne lay in the throes of labor. Yet unlike the usual cries and struggles of childbirth, the room was filled with an otherworldly calm. Anne sat upright, her face serene as if untouched by the pains of labor. Midwives moved about the room, their expressions a mix of awe and confusion. "Anne," one midwife murmured, her voice tinged with wonder, "I have never seen such a thing, not one pain. Strange, is it not, sister?" The second midwife chuckled softly, though her eyes betrayed her amazement. "Perhaps it's her age. If I had known it would be so easy, I would have waited myself. Look, the child is coming forth." Anne, calm and composed, reached out as the midwife gently placed the newborn in her arms. The newborn girl was swaddled in the soft linen prepared for her arrival, her delicate form cradled with the utmost care. Yet as she lay nestled in her mother's arms, something beyond the ordinary unfolded. Her skin seemed to glow with a light not of this world, a gentle celestial radiance that only Anne and the angels could perceive. It shimmered like the first blush of dawn, subtle yet undeniable, a quiet declaration of the divine touch upon her life. The midwives, oblivious to this heavenly glow, but sensing something extraordinary, exchanged wide-eyed glances. Their hands, so accustomed to the tremors of new life, trembled slightly as they beheld the child in silent awe. At last the first midwife found her voice, though it was barely more than a whisper. "A girl," she breathed, wonder lacing her tone. "Anne, you have a daughter. Look at her, exquisite, flawless, so perfect." The second midwife nodded, her fingers gently tracing the infant's soft skin. A hushed reverence settled over the room, the air thick with something unspoken yet deeply felt. Neither woman knew that heaven itself had leaned in to attend the birth of the infant that was destined to carry the salvation of humanity. Anne cradled the child close, her heart swelling with a love that transcended words. The room seemed to glow with a gentle light emanating from the baby's heart, a divine presence that filled the space with warmth and peace. The second midwife smiled, her tone light but filled with admiration. "Well, it seems you do not need the likes of us. You managed quite well, Anne, much better than I imagined. Come, sister, let's leave the new mother with her child. God has blessed you finally. Good night, Anne." As the midwives opened the door to leave, the first hints of dawn painted the sky in vibrant hues of pink and gold. The second midwife laughed softly. "Oh, you mean good morning. Let us share the good news with Joachim." The door closed behind them, and the room was once again bathed in the soft light of the rising sun. Anne sat alone with her newborn daughter, the rays of sunlight streaming through the slats of the window and illuminating the child's tiny form. Anne gently examined her baby, touching her delicate fingers and toes, marveling at the miracle she held in her arms. The light radiating from the child's heart seemed to grow brighter, filling the room with a sacred glow. Overwhelmed with emotion, Anne gathered the child close and fell to her knees, her voice trembling with gratitude and awe. Lord, Creator of all life and most powerful, in your infinite wisdom, you have given me this child. Thank you. But now I must ask, how am I to care for the one whom you alone have deemed to carry the eternal word? How shall I handle the one who will be the mother of your son? A voice, gentle yet filled with authority, filled the room. You shall care outwardly for her as a mother cares for her child, without any demonstration of reverence, but retain this reverence internally. Suddenly, the room was awash in a brilliance beyond earthly comprehension. A host of angels appeared, their radiant forms shimmering like fire and pearl, filling every corner of the humble chamber with divine light. Their robes cascaded like liquid gold, their wings unfurling in luminous splendor, stirring the air with a whisper of celestial grace. Then, as if the very heavens had drawn near, a melody rose, a hymn so pure, so achingly beautiful, that the very walls seemed to hum with its resonance. Angelic voices wove together in perfect harmony a song of praise that trembled with joy and reverence for the newborn child Mary. It was a sound not meant for mortal ears alone, but for the realms beyond, a proclamation to the heavens that the one chosen by God had entered the world. Anne, cradling her daughter, felt the music wrapped around her like warm light, her voice swelling with awe. The air shimmered as if the fabric between heaven and earth had grown thin, and in that sacred moment she knew her child was blessed, set apart for a destiny beyond imagination. The light emanating from the baby's heart grew brighter, becoming a conduit through which God's words were conveyed directly to the child, who understood all that was being spoken. God's voice resonated. My beloved, on earth, the Word shall have you as his mother without a father, as in heaven he has a father without a mother. The time has arrived by our providence for bringing to life the light, the creature in human form, freed from sin, which is to crush the head of the serpent. The hour is at hand, so blessed for mortals in whom the treasures of our divinity are to be opened, and the gates of heaven unlocked. Let now the human race ready itself, for they are soon to receive the teacher, the brother, and the friend, for he will be the Lamb of God who will take away the sins of the world. Then turning to Gabriel, God commanded, "Go to the caverns of Limbo. Tell Enoch and Elias, the holy fathers and the just, who have been waiting there for thousands of centuries, that the redemption of humanity is soon at hand." The birth of Mary, the Mother of God, occurred on September 8th, 14 BC. It was the moment which set the plan for the salvation of man. With that, Gabriel vanished, his radiant form dissolving into the unseen, like a star fading into the vast expanse of dawn. The room, though quiet once more, still pulsed with the lingering warmth of his presence. Anne, now alone with her newborn daughter, gazed down at Mary, her heart swelling with an indescribable mix of love, wonder, and reverence. Yet she was not truly alone. The remaining angels remained close, their ethereal glow casting a soft luminescence across the chamber. Though they did not speak, their presence was a silent proclamation, a vow of protection that would stretch beyond this moment, beyond this night, beyond time itself. They stood as unseen sentinel, guardians of the child whose name would one day echo through the ages. A gentle breeze stirred through the room, carrying with it a sense of peace, a quiet assurance that Mary would never walk unguarded.